Yo, what's good, guys? Today I was thinking I'd play some Old World Blues. It's a really cool mod for Hoi4. Completely just changes the whole thing and turns it into a mod about Fallout 4. Kind of around where New Vegas is, but a little bit before. A lot of it, obviously, isn't actual Fallout lore, but it's really cool. And I just felt like playing the mod today, so I want to play it. I was thinking of playing maybe Miscellaneous Nation, like Rogue Rangers or Vipers or New Reno, but I think a good video to start with is New Vegas. They're the kind of key place in Fallout New Vegas that you go to, gets referenced to all the time between Fallout fans, and it also has a pretty good focus tree. So I think we'll just play as them and just see what we'll end up doing. Alright, so as New Vegas, we start with very few units. We're quite weak. 12 factories, really not great. We're around the strength of Ireland in Hoi4, so Ireland is essentially a non-player in Hoi4. We have a couple of different focus trees. We have new management, old authority, much of economic tree back here basically. We're going to go down old authority, get the platinum chip, do the vault, and do the architect of destiny, getting sophisticated robot tech, and well, you'll see what will happen. Alrighty, so for research is totally different, but you can just think of it as just like the Hoi4 research tree. There's sort of infantry things, support equipment, tanks, and just armored vehicles and such. Something that is new is the robotics tree, and it's essentially, imagine it like a kind of cheap tank, and it's really good for certain nations and bad for others. It's really good for us. This is the only thing we'll be using, other than air and obvious things like that. There's creatures. I have no idea about this research tree. It just came out, so I'm not going to touch it anyway. I don't really have any of these unlocked anyway. Then there's land doctrine, which we're going to be constantly researching, and they can't be ahead of time. We're going to be doing automated warfare because we're a robot nation. There's the air research tree. We're going to just be doing biplane fighter and triplane attacker. So CAS and fighters. You actually start with a glider here. We're not going to be making these. They're one-time use, so complete trash. There is the navy research tree, which is just navy. And then there's industry. You can think of this like improved machine tools. Think of this like dispersed or concentrated industry. And think of this just as construction. And then agriculture kind of just gives you population and a nice manpower boost. Recycling is just free repair. And then this is just improving resource production. Engineering is just the research, or the this sort of gives you research boosts. I forget the name for it in Hearts of Iron 4. I think it might just be engineering as well. But anyway, we're going to start off with combat language. For industry, we're just going to get... which one is better? I think probably work as needed. We're also going to get organized agriculture. I do want the manpower. I don't want much. And then we'll go for our land doctrine. CNC robots get +5 organization and other buffs too. For military factories, maybe one on support equipment. Maybe we'll need some of that. Actually, no, we'll put one on basic weaponry because we'll need that for our garrisons, actually. And the rest is on the Securitron here, which is our special robot unit. For our factories, we'll just make a couple civs. And after that, we'll go full in on mills because we don't have that many building slots. For our commander here, we have a lot of different traits, but there is one dedicated to robots, robotic expert. And then we'll want to get rooted for, well, later on for that extra entrenchment. And we're really ready then. We can unpause, and we'll just work through our short focuses. Alright, so Judgment Day is done, our focus. There was only ever one contestant in Vegas, and it was change. I almost fully prepared to prevent the apocalypse from touching my desert jewel, but without the platinum chip, I couldn't stop every missile. This is just kind of Mr. House's lore. Basically, New Vegas got nuked. But he couldn't save all of it, but we get to choose which parts we do save. We're taking the civs. Next is the incomplete OS. If you want to read any of this stuff, just pause. It's a lot of lore, so I'm not going to read all of that. If you play New Vegas, you'll understand all of this. Okay, so we got unstable system. Without the platinum chip, I couldn't upgrade my Securitrons or my defenses, blah blah blah. Read if you like. We can either go for a stable OS or unstable. I'm going stable. The 3 families, we get to select our sort of tribal-like chiefs in our town. We're still at the top, but, they give us little buffs. Another thing we have here is a tourist thing with New Reno, but I find that I always lose against New Reno. So I'm actually gonna not touch this at all. We got a choice. We're opening Gamora. We can either let the Slitherkin or the Ormertas into the Gamora, or we could get the Khanate. We're going Slitherkin. I'm not taking minus 30% stability for the cons to be in the Gamora. So we're gonna get the Ormertas. Then we got the Ultralux. We can either get the White Gloves or the Fiends. Again, I'm not getting minus 20% stability. We're gonna let the White Gloves come in. And the Tops. We're gonna let Benny in, or we could let the King in. Now this is actually one we might want to be careful about. A nice thing about these sort of robotic divisions is if you just look at them here, they take basically no manpower. 25. Now in this game manpower is worth a lot more, so 25 is more than it would be in Hoi4. But in this game 25 is still basically nothing. You know. It's like if there was, for example, 125 guns per 25 men. You know, it's heavily equipment lenient, or so relies on equipment, not men, which is nice. The Followers of the Apocalypse, we're gonna let them in. They remove a tiny bit of war support for a ton of buffs, so they're nice. We do have a choice here to get mechanics, and that'll lower our manpower like crazy, but improve our robots. And I'm personally gonna be taking that. We're gonna have a robot-only army here in New Vegas. Oh, there's a little civil war going up here between Fusang, Free Folk, and Navarro territories. Navarro territories wins essentially every time without player intervention. It's just deciding whether it goes to California, the Shi, or Eureka. In this game, Dynamite is like artillery, and the MSAW is like, I don't know, you could kind of call it like engineer company, but it's also anti-air. It's weird. It's like a defense gun, basically. The Enclave is actually up here. They're doing pretty good, aren't they? I always thought it was cool that they added them. There's a bunch of sub-mods to improve them. Everyone kind of loves that. So many little niches in this game. There's also all of Mexico in it too. I didn't really look at them. There's a lot of cool things down here. There's Talocan. I used to always play them. They're my, well, only nation that I was playing. Well, here goes the Mojave Brotherhood. They're gonna, well, I hope they do. No, they're gonna lose. Look at that. They completely fumbled Operation Sunburst. Goodbye, Brotherhood. They're still over here, but they don't really mean anything. New Reno's blue. What the heck? I remember New Reno turning blue when they changed factions. Okay, we actually are at 2279 now. Still in January, so we're gonna go for Platinum Chip, and hopefully we can get it. There is a Mojave Territories focus that will stop us from getting it, but I'm pretty confident they're not doing that. So we'll get Platinum Chip now. The Platinum Chip will just get us a lot of new buffs and really upgrade our robots that we have. So it's really good. It also leads us to our sort of conquest focus tree, which is small, but gives us the best land in the game. So, or at least the opportunity to take it. And we'll be taking that opportunity. Oh, and another new event. You hear that music? That means Texas formed. Very strong nation. Not, sorry. They're not too aggressive of a nation. They're very strong, though. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just as strong as Caesar's Legion, really. Or at least will be soon when they conquer Texas. Alright, the Securitron Vaults. What is this? Sleeping beneath the earth across Hoover Dam in a facility unlike any other, an army of Securitrons await an activation signal. Now, what he's talking about is actually, where is it? At Cottonwood Cove. In-game, this is actually a Caesar's Legion outpost, and it's underneath here, from what I know. Or is it? No, sorry, it's at Flagstaff. So one of my henchmen can go in disguise to activate them, or else in a task force to cause a distraction. I'm gonna do the King's Infiltration. Hopefully it works. The King succeeds, and we get Securitron Vaults and Security Robots production cost minus 15%. We got the second Battle of Hoover Dam. This time with Legislanios here, and that means they're fully attacking now. Wait, what the heck is this music, bro? You know, something that'll be very good is once we research our stuff we're doing, we can research these Securitron things. Give us big buffs. I think I spoke about it before. It's actually the next day. I'm recording in a different session, so I'm not exactly sure what I said, but these three will be key in us winning, really key. Now, we're already going to win with this army, but we're really going to win when we upgrade it. And it's all from the Platinum Chip thing we got, which was nice and early. Usually, I forget about it and I end up doing it way later. Right, so we can do Broken Steel and Helios Reborn. I don't know why this is even a thing. We just want to go straight to secure the southern Mojave and then control the dam. We can justify them through this, I think. Or could we just justify them now? I honestly don't know. Actually, I'm a little bit confused. How do we start our war with them? Because there's meant to be like a local war that we kind of fight with them. Maybe it's through this? First of all, I hope the Caesar's Legion doesn't win. If they win really well, we won't be able to take shit without fighting them. Matt, and if we have to invade Mojave territories while they're at Hoover Dam, it means their soldiers are going to march into it first. When we encircle and kill them. So, you know, it's kind of a bit of a tough situation here. Nothing we can really do to take the dam securely, you know? Unless the NCR pushes to like here, which it seems like they might. And then we can just rush in and take that. Oh wow, everything just got encircled and killed. Sheesh. What is the casualties like? Yeah, not good for NCR. Damn. 6k. Not good at all. They have plenty of manpower, but I'm more worried about the equipment there. 6,000 casualties, by the way, in this mod. Like, it's quite bad. So, like, especially for this early in the war. I just realized, why aren't we doing our land doctrine? That's weird. We should have at least one thing on this. Okay, well, we have this research done now anyway. And I would do my land doctrine, except I want to do my Securitron upgrades first. So we're gonna... which one do we want? We'll take the 500% armor and HP one. That seems nice. Don't think the NCR will push here. Caesar's Legion is going crazy down in Farmville. Damn. Yeah, that's shit. They're doing really well. The NCR is doing naval invasions by the looks of it. There's no land border here. No wonder they're getting killed. They have no supply. And they're encircled by doing that. Well, I guess we'll just justify in the Mojave territories. And we'll have to split the NCR between ourselves and Caesar. And just try to get more than them, I guess. I'm confident that we could beat Caesar on his own, but Caesar with a lot of NCR territory, I don't really know. For now, we have to focus on defeating NCR. Seeing if they'll even join when I declare in Mojave territories. They might not. The other thing is, what's our militia looking like? Yeah, we'll beef our militia up. This will be our garrison division. So it's important this is good. Oh, Yakuza's defeated. Oh, wow. All of this is defeated. Reno included. I do not remember when this happened. Sheesh. There's the Road Warriors finding them. And Master's new army is huge. I was shitting on Troll War not too long ago. They're massive. Damn. The Washington Brotherhood does not stand a chance because they're still in their civil war. Yeah, they're dead. And if they go south? Jeez, I don't know. NTR is fucked then. Alright, we have our justification finished, and we're going to declare on the Mojave territories. They get the MLT uprising, which grants them a bunch of devos. And yeah, they're going to get wrecked by us. So we're going to micro a bit here. The heck is this? They're just here? Oh, that's NCR units. They can't join the war for some reason. Or they haven't. I will keep a unit on their border just in case they decide to. Our units are doing pretty good. We've taken 6 casualties. They've taken 481. Obviously that's because we're using Securitrons, but still. It's a good thing. A Securitron, yeah, we're not going into a deficit, which is a good sign. It means we're not losing much. Battle-wise. Because we can't really judge our losses off of manpower because our Securitrons are pure equipment with like 6 engineers in them. By engineers I just mean manpower in it. It's a little bit hard to see the front lines here actually. I'm not sure if I need to reorganize this, like we're quite weak on this front by the looks of it. While we're very strong on this. So we're actually going to delete everything. There's still one more front view. Oh yeah, it's this one. Then we're going to assign all of you guys to here. We're going to assign all of you guys to here. And order you guys to push all the way down to the bottom. Obviously we're going to keep 2 on this front, and that's it. And this guy. We want to be wary of the NCR. They're still a beast to be reckoned with. I mean, look at that. 100,000 men in the field. Well, nearly. And in this is like, that's the biggest army out of any country in the game, so very scary. I just noticed after all that pushing, we actually have 0 manpower, which is horrible, considering we have a robot army, so we'll increase conscription a little bit, maybe to funded militias. Oh, and there goes my heavy territories. We do have Hoover Dam. Alright, beautiful. That also means we can repair a turbine with control of the dam, and means we can do Architect of Destiny, giving us 2 research slots and sophisticated robot tech. And what sophisticated robot tech will let us do is research all of this good stuff. Tons of robot buffs. Oh, upgrades our whole army. It's really good. Really, really good. This is a really good outcome. Now we just gotta see what happens with the NCR. Do we go to peace with their faction? Do we get an event? I think we do. That's the good thing. What the heck? NCR just took back over that territory. What's going on? Am I at peace? Why is there... Okay, well, the NCR just took back this territory, so we can take it from Caesar now. That's kind of nice of them. I don't know what else to say. Thanks, NCR. That's really good for us. Means we'll get way more participation. Yeah, look at that. 51%. Yeah, take everything. Be greedy. Cool. And we actually got a peace deal then. Okay, we can take all this. Submit demands. Oh, we can actually select all then. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Bro, Caesar's Legion just gave up the fight. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so we actually took everything. Caesar's Legion got nothing. Completely localized war, and now we're way stronger with tons of resources from Hoover Dam. This will get buffed later when we repair the turbines. I assume some are damaged from that war. And yeah, that's really good for us. Now we can either go after Caesar's Legion or the NCR. I'm actually kind of preferring to go to war with the NCR, so I'm going to justify on them. Because we can knock out Caesar's Legion after. They're less of a threat. They're too busy invading the NCR themselves to even fight me. So we're going to get ready for a war with them. We are going to need way more divisions though to man an effective front. Especially down south here. Like, we can't even hold that. We can definitely take Shady Sands though. That'll be easy. Can we even train anything? No, not yet. Alright, well, we'll just start repairing turbines in the Hoover Dam. So get a citizen care package thing. Gets our compliance up and our resistance down. And we'll make an agency. Just to get resistance down. I wonder how's Thunderbirds doing? They're actually holding against NCR. Behemoth is up north. With New Reno and TV Town and everything. And Klamath. They're all the way up here. Alright, we're gonna go get the Architect of Destiny, get those 2 research slots, which is really good. We're actually gonna go up to Wasteland Pacification, because it gets resistance down and compliance way up. The only thing is we're missing a ton of manpower to do that. But we'll get it eventually. Oh geez, what am I seeing down here? New Californian Republic. Naval invaded North Phoenix. That's kind of crazy. They're getting desperate. I do think they'll push back eventually, since Caesar's Legion can't really take this route, and it's kind of obvious that the NCR has naval superiority. But even then, Caesar's Legion is putting up a good fight, compared to their usual rolling over and dying. Okay, well, our justification against the NCR is ready. Whether we're ready to go to war, I'm not really sure though, because we don't have that many units on the border. And if we get naval invaded, we can't stop it, but I think we'll wait just a little bit. Maybe upgrade our generals. At least get the quality up. Oh, we also got Courier 6 to be a agent. We'll use you to suppress the people. Get resistance down. Boom, Architect of Destiny. Beautiful. This is really, really wonderful for us. And we're also gonna we'll do Helios Reborn before we do the turbine one. With the 2 of these, we'll get our land doctrine going. And we'll get the last Securitron upgrade researched. There's also an airplane thing. Oh, there's another upgrade. Nice. We'll get that after then. I think there's no point in waiting. I'm just gonna go ahead and declare on the NCR. And just even make a light push, because there's no way they're pushing us anyways, so why not make a run for it? We'll go for some major points like Ashton, Hopeville. You guys just go towards here, like half you to Shady Sandy Valley. Boom. To Baker. I know it seems a bit reckless, but the NCR doesn't have units in the area, so I'm not too afraid of them. I'll grab one of you guys and throw you to Kettle Junction, which is right by Shady Sands, so we'll make like a quick push to take that and then hold these mountain areas. Ooh, there's troops coming straight from this area. Ario aligned with the NCR, that's not good. Their units will be going straight to our front, but we can handle them, I think. Okay, we have one nice big front with the NCR, so we're gonna do a command, a commanding officer front line. And we'll just pretend like we're gonna invade a bunch. We aren't doing this much, but may as well get that planning bonus. Why is this splitting in two? Have one. Like this. There we go. Right, so this is gonna really rely on us encircling them quite a lot. So we're gonna just be microwing for a while now.
Panzini bananini wa 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 bananucci monkey tung 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 sahur. Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar lirili larila, elefante nel deserto che cammina qua e là, con la sua conchiglia è un bombardiro crocodilo.
Okay, at this point the front is mostly stabilized, although the NCR has kind of stopped us from pushing. We just don't have the units for it and the power for it. We're just not strong enough yet. We're gonna have to keep trying to attack them and make small encirclements, or wait for the Legion to make a move. But for now we're a little bit stuck.
Panzini bananini wa 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 bananucci monkey tung 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 sahur. Anomali mengerikan yang
pushing us here, but we made a huge encirclement here and also shortened the front line by a bunch once we cleared this up. So pretty hopeful at the moment. We're still waiting on Caesar Legion to make a move. Also, I've just seen this. Oh shit. We're gonna pull you 3 units onto this. Hold on. We won't have to pull a ton off because our units are quite good, but yeah. That's annoying. Alright, yeah, get there fast, please. Okay, so far we've taken 28 casualties and they've taken 6.6k to us. We also have 10% participation, so that's good. And it's gonna go up even more once we occupy a lot of their land. Okay, they're doing a big push here. They've their Air Force there as well, so we gotta stop them. Yeah, they're gonna take huge casualties doing this. It's unsustainable for them. Oh, they're even pushing up here. Sheesh. I want to try to get better fighters, since I did notice their Air Force is very good. Oh, and they're completely destroying our fighters. Alright, take the Air Force down. We can't compete with that. Jeez, they moved on a huge force into the Needles. I don't know what they're thinking. Plus, they're just going to get the Wrath of Caesar on the other side of the river. Right, I'm going to try and put my Air Force up again, because I did notice that I actually was very low on fuel. And that may have been the reason I was performing so badly. And we've no manpower to do that. Jeez. I'll put my law on this down. Okay, now we have 2k manpower. Lovely. Right, well, we can definitely put up the Air Force then. Try combat the NCR a little bit. They have better fighters, no doubt, but we have a lot more. Plus, they have to spread theirs around to combat Caesar. Actually, take some production off these, maybe, and put it on fighters. Jeez, push them at Kettle Junction. Actually, push them in both provinces. They're unentrenching themselves to push with the middle tile. Dude, at this point, we're not going to be encircling much. Come on. Just get the encirclement. There we go. We got a couple of troops. They're really fortifying up the area, though. Damn. Yeah, they didn't like that. Also, broken through here. Now, the issue is I don't see any place to encircle them at. that, and they're kind of pushing Caesar's Legion badly. Gently Soul is defeating Tucson, Caesar's ally. She's also terrible. In fact, Tucson's at war with like everyone. Jeez. Alright guys, so I think that's actually part 1. I think I'll call it part 1 to our New Vegas playthrough. I want to make a part 2 just because it's a lot of time I spent recording this. And I think it'll come out to about 30 minutes or 20 minutes like our usual Hoi4 videos are. So I think we're in a really good position for our next game. And I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.